Hello everyone, it's Kim Hong here again to share another trade idea with you guys. Without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, the trade idea that I'll be sharing with you guys today is on the Kiwi francs. Dovish rate hike by the RBNZ. Okay, as you guys probably already know, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, they actually announced their monetary policy decision earlier today, right? So as widely expected, they have actually hiked interest rate by 0.25%, all right? However, this is actually a dovish hike, all right? I'll show you guys what I mean by dovish hike later on when I move on to the chart, okay? So, yes, as a result of trying to, or I would say in an attempt to maintain low inflation and support maximum sustainable employment, okay, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand decided that, well, an interest rate hike is required, okay, in order to achieve these two goals, right? So I think it was back in August, okay, that the RBNZ was actually considering to carry out a rate hike of 0.5%, all right, as opposed to many's expectation that they will be hiking interest rate by 0.25%, all right. So that's actually a much more hawkish, I would say, outcome, okay, if they were to actually did hike interest rate by 0.5% back in August. However, because of the lockdown being imposed across New Zealand, okay, that actually lead to the central bank deciding that, you know what, maybe we'll just postpone our rate hike, okay, because it's not the right time, right? I mean, it was just like one day before the meeting that that New Zealand actually went into lockdown again, all right? So, you know, the governor, the committee members felt that, you know, it's just not the right time to do it, okay? So it was only a few days later that Assistant Governor Oxby, okay, the central bank's assistant governor, all right, actually said in a speech that the central bank was actually considering a rate hike by 0.5%, okay. That was actually quite a hawkish tone, I would say, set out by the central bank. And ever since then, okay, the market has been expecting the central bank to carry out a 0.5% hike this time around during the October's meeting, okay? However, shortly after the speech by Hawksby, okay, he had another speech, all right? And in that second speech, he actually mentioned that central banks around the world are looking at interest rate hikes at a denomination of 0.25%, all right? So that kind of like sends a dovish message across, all right, across the market, because it's like a hint that the RBNZ may no longer be considering a rate hike of 0.5%, okay? Instead, they may actually be considering a hike of 0.25%. That actually sent the New Zealand dollar back down again, all right? So fast forward to the meeting earlier on today. The main question was, prior to this meeting, okay, the main question was, by how much will the central bank be increasing interest rates, all right? So if the central bank were to carry out a 0.25%, then that would be considered a dovish hike, meaning, yes, it's a hike in interest rate, but because the tone is dovish as compared to the previous expectation that the central bank would be hiking a 0.5%, right? So hence it's considered dovish hike. And because of this lower expectation, okay, coming from the market on the central bank, that actually has a negative impact on the New Zealand dollar, all right? So let's move on to the chart right now and everything will be much clearer. Okay, I'm just going to switch it to M1, all right? Minute candle. So as you guys can see over here, it is during this period of time, yes, this candle over here, all right? We just put a mark, this candle over here, that the central bank actually announced the interest rate hike, okay? So when the hike was being announced, all right, RBNZ hike rate to 0.5%, okay, from 0.25 to 0.5, all right? there was actually an initial strengthening, all right? In fact, for the first minute, we can see that there's a gap, there's an upward gap, all right, of I think some 7, 8 pips, okay? And you can see that for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 minutes, okay, from the time of announcement, there was actually probably like some 20 pips strengthening of the New Zealand dollar against the Swiss francs. However, here comes the dovish part, all right? So a hawkish hike usually, the initial reaction will be a strengthening of the currency, okay, as indicated here, followed by a weakening of the currency, okay? So as you can see, after the 4th minute, from the 5th onwards, we see like more than 20 pips of weakening within the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 minutes, okay? Yeah, the gains will actually return back, and there was actually further loss throughout the day, okay? As you can see that, it came back down, hover for probably like some 20 minutes or so before falling down, okay? So if we were to look at the H1 candle, okay, it's clear. It's very clear. So the announcement causes a hike, a strengthening of the New Zealand dollar against the Swiss francs by some 10 over pips. And then at the moment, it's actually trading some 60 over pips lower than where the candle actually started, when the announcement was released. Okay, that is what I mean by a dovish hike. Okay, hike is a good thing, but then it's a dovish one, as you can see from the series of H1 red bearish candles. All right. So with this being said, at the moment, all right, I'm actually expecting the New Zealand dollar to weaken, okay, against, across the board, okay, especially against the safe haven currencies like the US dollar, Swiss francs like this chart, and the Japanese yen, okay. So because of this, I'm actually expecting, okay, that the New Zealand Swiss francs, okay, I'm actually expecting it to break below the 0.64 handle, okay, which is indicated by this blue line over here, okay. So in a case whereby it actually breaks below this level, I'll be looking to sell at the 0.637 level, okay. Now, as to where my potential take profit and stop loss level will be, okay, at the moment, I'm actually looking at, for my stop loss, I'm actually looking at somewhere above this week's high, okay, which is around, let's say like 120 pips, okay, of stop loss. As for my take profit, okay, I'll be looking somewhere slightly above this this low over here, August low, right, which is also close to 120 pips. So as you can see, it's actually a 1:1 risk reward ratio, okay, but the condition being that it must really break below the 0.64 handle, which is why I'm only looking to sell 30 pips, okay, after Kiwi francs move below the handle by 30 pips, which is more or less I would say secure a clean break below the handle. All right, so with that, if this trade gets triggered, I'll update you guys again on our Traders Club platform, all right, EcoFin platform, and our Facebook group. Okay, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about right now, okay, so we actually have a Traders Club group, all right, and you can actually find more information about that by visiting the link that will be provided in the description below, all right, jintaotai.com. Visit that page. Okay, if you guys are serious about trading forex, learning how to trade forex, maybe you guys are just starting out recently, or you guys have been struggling for years and not having any consistent or making profitable returns and things like that, right? Please check out the website jintaotai.com. All right, over there you will learn more about the types of resources that we actually offer. Okay, other than the videos that we post on a daily basis from Mondays to Fridays on our YouTube channel, we also offer mentoring sessions, mentoring sessions and other resources such as trade signals and things like that. Okay, so with that, do head over to the link and check it out. And I'll probably see you guys on currency call tomorrow at 11 GMT+8. Take care for now. Bye bye.